Now, in the previous video, we created this little visualization with a year-on-year percentage change. But what are the figures behind this? Well, to see some of the figures, you can click on the ... and go to Show as Table. So this allows you to see the figures together with the graph. Now notice that the table that we've got at the bottom is at the same level of granularity as the graph. The graph is in years, the table is in years as well. Now what if you wanted to go deeper? Well, you could always drill down into the hierarchy. And here we have the year and the month. Now it's all very well being able to see it here, but we can't really manipulate it well. We need to export it into Excel or something else to really be able to see the figures. And we can do that again by clicking on the ... the More Options label up here, and going to Export Data. So I'll click on the Export Data, and here we can see it's exporting as sales volume year on year, so that's the values name, by year. Click Save, and there it's exported. So now let's import it into Excel. So if you get Excel, and you go File, Open, and go to the folder, make sure that you're either looking at all files or you're looking at text files. So you can see this CSV comma separated values. Now we need to import it in as delimited and using a comma as a delimiter. So here is our data. Now notice what we have got. First of all, we have got the file called by year, but it's exported it by month. So it allows us to get deeper into the data. Secondly, it's not giving us all of the data. All of the data would include, for instance, the 6 different regions. We haven't got any of that. Instead, we have basically got what you can see as the necessary fields for creating this visualization. Now, do you want more fields? For example, wouldn't it be nice to actually have the sales volume? Well, the best way to do that is to add sales volume as a tooltip. So it doesn't actually alter the visualization apart from the fact you can see it in tooltip. You can see it when you show as table, but equally importantly, you can see it when you export the data. So let's export the data. Notice the file name is a bit different. It now says and sales volume. Let's go back into Excel. Let's open it. Again, delimited, comma separated values. And now we've got the sales volume. And notice that we now start in 1995. Previously, we had 1996. And the reason for that is it was a year-on-year calculation. And there is no calculation from the first year. You can't go back a year. So if you were missing a year, you wouldn't know it from this particular export. However, now we've exported the sales volume, you can see the difference. And you can also say, okay, what is one sales volume divided by the other minus 1? Let's make sure that this calculation is in fact correct. And as you can see, yes it is. So export data. It allows you to export it from Power BI to a comma separated value, but it only exports the things that you need to be able to see how a particular visualization has been made up.